Welcome to Get Some, episode 4. Today is Friday, January 11th, and we're going to do a recap of wildcard round. We're going to preview the divisional round, and then we'll get to some segments. So first, we'll do the wildcard recap, and we'll start with Ryan. First game is the Seahawks versus Cowboys.
I think it was a good game. This is the one that I watched the least, but it was still a really good game.
This is the only one I watched full, start
Really?
to finish, yeah.
Well, then you give me your take first.
The Cowboys got very lucky. Dak Prescott sucks. He played very well, but he still sucks dick. And I hate the Cowboys.
I really can't argue with that. The Cowboys are really annoying, and I really hope they lose this week.
Next we have Ravens versus Chargers. I only watched a little bit of this one.
I watched this game. It was really really hard to watch. Very young quarterback. I don't know if you've heard that before, but Lamar Jackson did really shitty.
Yeah, I saw right before halftime started, and then after halftime I started watching.
I think before halftime he had less than 100 yards.
Yeah, he's shit. Bad shit. Yeah, I started watching right before halftime, and I saw he had 34 yards.
I think he finished with a little bit under 200. It might have been 170. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. But he one of the last drives, he gained probably 60 of those yards. He threw one pass. It was a nice pass.
I saw the Lamar Jackson fans, and they all thought that he was playing amazing, when in reality, the Chargers were playing a prevent defense the last two offensive drives, and he just got 60 yards both times. So really, he had 120 yards in the first quarter worth of garbage yards. Kind of like Drew Brees, but that's an argument for another day.
Wait, where's your favorite? Who's your favorite team? Is it the Packers or the Browns?
All right, Eagles versus Bears. I picked this wrong. I thought the Bears were going to beat the fuck out of the Eagles, but that didn't happen, obviously.
I would like to say that I talked up the Eagles, but out of my gut, I picked the Bears. It should be worth 0.5, but I'll allow it. The Bears should have won this game. They got robbed. We'll get into that later. But just Khalil Mack was in tears.
I think the Bears were the only team that could beat the Saints. So I really hope I don't have to shave a fleur-de-lis in my head. So next, we could talk about Big Dick Nick. He hasn't lost a playoff game yet, including a Super Bowl against the greatest quarterback of all time.
Well, let's be fair. He got bailed out. But also, let's be fair. Think about this. The talk is starting to come up. His contract's ending. What do you do? Who do you deal?
I'm getting rid of Carson Wentz.
How Nick Foles is 27?
Something like that, but Carson Wentz has given you nothing but an almost MVP season, broke his leg, tore his ACL, whatever. And then this year, a dumpster fire. And the Eagles with Nick Foles are a wagon. When they have Carson Wentz, they just get shit pumped.
Why does Carson Wentz get so much credit?
I don't know.
I have no clue why either. What do you think you could get for him? No, it's good that he gets a lot of credit because I think the Eagles could get a lot for him.
They could get
a couple first rounds.
I was going to say at least 2 first-round picks, probably.
I think it's worth the deal. Keep Nick Foles, build around him, see what you could do. Maybe do another run.
And get some fucking cornerbacks because, sheesh.
Malcolm Jenkins is okay.
We'll get to that later. Next game, Colts versus Texans. You got probably top 3 quarterback left in the playoffs playing, in terms of recent playing right now, and Andrew Luck. He's good.
Andrew Luck is really good, and the Colts defense is
really
something
good.
serious.
And the Colts O-line is really good.
You know what's not really good? The Texans D-line.
Yeah, garbage. Oh, wait.
No, the offense line.
The offensive line. Yeah.
I didn't mean to disrespect Clowney like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Colts wagon.
You think?
I'm going to put the wagon on them. I wouldn't be surprised if they made it to the Super Bowl.
With a neckbeard like that, you can do anything. Period.
I agree. Do you have anything to say about Deshaun Watson?
Underperformed?
I always saw it, I thought he was super good, but that made me,
I don't know. I guess he got to enjoy his time in at the college football playoffs championship.
Yeah, true. Do you want to talk about that real quick? That was
Yeah,
our
I'll
last
talk
wild
about
card recap
All
game.
right.
We'll talk about that.
So, all right, here is my analysis from the game.
Trevor Lawrence has stupid hair.
All right, first things first, Trevor Lawrence's hair is really stupid. However, I saw him flip it after he took his helmet off, and I might flip to the other side. All right, anyways, going forward, I don't think the SEC is as dominant as we initially thought, and I don't think going forward, I think Alabama's not going on a downhill, but I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win as they have been in the past.
All I'm saying is Rashard Lawrence was a late first round, early second round pick, and he decided to stay at LSU. So that means Devin White's staying at LSU, and they had the number 3 recruiting class coming in. Watch out for the Tigers.
For some reason, LSU always gets they always get on any talk show. LSU always gets downplayed. They say that Texas Longhorns gonna be this, Georgia's gonna be this, and we're right outside that group, and it sucks. Hopefully, we can get in that group.
And we'll get the preseason ranking of 6.
They had us at 10 after the game. Right after the game, they had us at 10.
We'll be top 10. So coming into next season, we won't have to worry about starting at 25, beating the shit out of Miami, yada yada yada. We're gonna play Texas. That would be a hyped up game. Hopefully, beat them. We play Georgia away.
We played Texas in the first game, though, right?
No, I don't
It's
think
like
so.
first 3, I think.
Something like that. Anyways,
Second game.
and so next we'll do the divisional round. This is crazy because I feel like every single game you have no idea who's winning.
I disagree. There's one where there's a clear favorite. When you beat a team 48-7, you're a clear favorite. Let's go ahead and talk about that one first.
We'll get to it.
No,
Okay,
no,
we'll
talk
go
about that one
first.
first.
We'll go first. I have a confession to make. I'm somewhere right in the middle of the Eagles are going to beat the Saints in a very close game, or the Saints are just going to shit pump the Eagles. I have no idea what's going to happen because Nick Foles is good, and he plays very good, and he's the heartbeat of the Eagles, especially when they're underdogs. But it's the Superdome, and not a single Eagles cornerback could cover me, much less Ryan. So I don't know. I don't see how it's going to happen.
All right. First off, you got to mention I'm going to be at the game this week. My record at Saints games is still undefeated to date.
I went to the Saints versus Eagles earlier this season when they shit pumped them.
And you still think, all right, how many points do you think Nick Foles is worth? How many points do
I
you
don't
think
know. He got 16 against the Bears.
So you think
which
he's worth
is
probably
making-
about he's worth
Which
about
is
16
making me
points?
think, I don't know why I think this. I don't.
You know what Nick Foles is not worth? 41 points. Nick Foles is not worth 41 points.
Okay, I'm gonna do Saints. I'm gonna pick the Saints. I'm sure Ryan is picking the Saints, correct?
No, I'm picking the Saints. God.
Okay. Next we'll do Colts at Chiefs. Who you
All right.
got?
This is, I don't know, this is probably my most unpopular opinion. I think that Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid and the Chiefs organization in general is probably the best combination of choking in all of playoff history, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs haven't won a game since in the playoffs since 1990, I think it is.
Yeah, Andy Reid's 1-12 in his last 13 playoff games.
And so them playing at Arrowhead means nothing. They're 0-6 in their last 6 games at Arrowhead during the playoffs, so that means absolutely jack shit. And just to mention, the last time the Colts played the Chiefs, they came back and made an awesome comeback. Was it 2013? Pretty impressive.
So you're going
Colts.
Colts? I had no idea who I was going to pick in this game either. I was just going to pick the opposite of what he did for the sake of the competition. But we're having a competition this week. Just sake of competition, I was going to pick the other one because I really don't know who's going to win. The only difference between Andy Reid's 1-12 and this year is Patrick Mahomes. I don't really know how he's going to play, but it's more likely than not likely for him to have a good game. So for that reason, I'm going to take the Chiefs.
But also, the Chiefs have no secondary.
Their defense is garbage.
Can we agree on that? Chiefs have no secondary?
Yeah, their defense is garbage.
So
But
I think
if
it's really believable that the Colts put up 35 points. And then I think to myself, Are the Chiefs going to put up 35 points on the Colts defense?
If it's a shootout, there's no way you could take.
I don't think the Colts defense is going to allow a shootout.
But if it was a shootout, the Chiefs win.
Yeah,
correct?
if it's a shootout, the Chiefs win. But I don't think the Colts defense is built like the Colts defense. Not built like that.
Yeah, I don't know honestly. And then we'll do Cowboys at Rams.
All right. So did I pick the Cowboys last week?
Yes, I picked the Seahawks.
God, I picked the Cowboys. Oh God.
Okay.
I never
You
liked
go
picking
first.
the Cowboys
Yeah.
ever, and because I really hate the Cowboys, but I really think it's gonna be a close game this week. Jared Goff has just been shit lately. Todd Gurley's not 100%. The Rams defense is a joke. Aaron Donald might get to the quarterback a couple of times. Probably will get to the quarterback a couple of times. But other than that, there's going to be nobody playing defense. Just Aaron Donald, and that's it.
What the media doesn't want you to know, because they want to make the Los Angeles Rams like a huge franchise, kind of like the Dodgers, because it's such a big market. What the NFL doesn't want you to know is the last 5 or 6 games, the Rams suck dick bad. Like, if they win, it's very close. Jared Goff has been playing like shit. Friend of the show. I love Jared Goff, but he's been playing like shit. And Todd Gurley, like you said, is injured.
Watch Ezekiel Elliott run for over 100 yards. The Cowboys are going to slow the game down, and the Cowboys are going to win. Saints-Cowboys NFC Championship.
You got the Cowboys?
I got the Cowboys.
I'm going Cowboys, too.
It really sucks to go Cowboys, but I'm going to go Cowboys.
Actually, I don't know why. I came into this episode fully thinking that I was going to pick the Cowboys, but I'm switching it. It's going to be the Rams. Cooper Kupp is out, but I don't think that affects them very much. Next, we have Chargers at Patriots. What you got? This is where whenever you hear him think about who he picks, this is where he realizes, he doesn't want to admit it, but just now in his brain, he's thinking, holy shit, Tom Brady in the playoffs at Gillette Stadium. God, he's so good. I have to pick Tom Brady. I can't say Tom Brady's going to lose.
What I was thinking in my head was, God, you know who's really good? Drew Brees. And then it's a secondary thought came with it. It was like, hey, that Tom Brady in the playoff guys is a close second, though. And I was like, you know what? That's a hell of a thought. And I really don't think the Patriots are going to lose to a Chargers team in Gillette Stadium. However, I refuse to ever pick the Patriots, so I got Chargers for that reason.
Okay, I looked at both rosters, barely because I'm lazy.
The Chargers roster
Super
is
lazy.
better.
The Chargers are better, player for player at every position except quarterback, and it's going to be 3 inches of snow and shitty weather, and the Chargers have to go all the way back east again.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is Phillip Rivers one of the best quarterbacks to never win a...
I think he is the best.
You think? You think he's better
Who else?
than Jim Kelly, Warren Moon?
I mean, do they really count?
What do you mean they really count? Yeah, they did win a championship. They count. What do you think?
I don't know. Phillip Rivers, all-time accuracy, G. Not Drew Brees.
You know who else is really good at accuracy? I was just going to say Drew Brees.
Okay.
Pretty accurate guy.
Cool. So you have who do you have? The Chargers?
Yeah. I have a very unorthodox list. I'm picking for a lot of upsets this week.
I'm going Patriots, just for the sheer fact of 3 inches of snow, and Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Besides Drew Brees. I'd also like to point out that last week my picks were 2-2, which is horrible, but Garrison's picks were 1-3, which is even worse.
Okay. Now we have a little bit of a special idea. I don't know. We kind of just came up with this.
We thought it would be funny.
So we have my girlfriend Riley in studio. Just real quick, we're gonna go over. I'm gonna give her 2 teams, and she's gonna pick the winner.
And she's gonna give a brief description of why.
Colts versus Chiefs. Who do you think will win?
Chiefs.
Why?
They're ranked higher.
Better record.
Yeah. Right?
Okay. Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds good. Cowboys versus Rams.
Rams.
Why do you say Rams?
I honestly have no idea.
Because they have a cooler mascot.
No,
Oh.
I have no idea.
Chargers at Patriots.
Chargers,
Why?
because I don't want the Patriots to win.
Okay. And then Eagles versus Saints.
Saints,
And why is that?
because I'm from here.
I'm
Bitch,
from
obviously I want them to win.
Because Chopper style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
style.
All right, just question to everybody listening. Garrison is from Louisiana. He went to college in New Orleans, and he likes LSU. Is he allowed to do the Chopper style or no?
Why would I ever do that?
Okay, never mind then. I mean, maybe you wanted to I don't know. You wanted to
Fit in?
fit in.
I don't know. I lived in New Orleans for a year.
But does that even qualify you for it?
What?
Doing the Chopper style.
How long have you lived in New Orleans for?
My
How many
dad
times
lives in
have
New
you
Orleans.
been in New Orleans?
I mean, my dad lives in New Orleans, so this is a stupid question.
Stupid question. All right, let's get to some segments. I have saw on Twitter. This is where I saw on Twitter this
Segment's called Stressful Social Media.
Yeah, stressful social media, whatever. I saw this on Twitter. Stephen A. Smith's top 5 quarterbacks in the playoffs had can't really remember the exact list. Ryan, our stats and info department, is on that right now.
The stats and info department, the producer, co-host, I'll do everything.
Yeah. Do you have the
Yeah, sorry, I
list?
have it. Here it is. All right, Stephen A. Smith's list with him looking like a fucking Cooper next to the list. He is number 1, Andrew Luck. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Phillip Rivers. Number 4, Dak Prescott. And number 5, Tom Brady.
I have 2 major problems with this list. Number 1, Dak Prescott over Tom Brady. That's just unbelievable. Number 2, and more importantly, Drew Brees is not on the list at all.
Here's what the list should be. I'm going to be an honest NFL fan, non-biased. The list should be number 1, playoff quarterback, Tom Brady. Number 2, Drew Brees. Number 3, I'd probably pick Andrew Luck over Phillip. Number 4, Phillip. And probably number 5, Patrick. Because he hasn't proved himself in the playoffs. So how are you going to rank him above any of those weathered vets?
I do Drew Brees,
Number 1?
yeah, and then Andrew Luck, and then I do Tom Brady just because he has nobody to throw the ball to this year.
So is this ranking them in the playoffs all time, or is it ranking them this year? Like what we think
This year,
Oh,
what
okay.
they will do
Well, then-
based off of what they will do this year.
Well, my prediction's always going to be Drew Brees. I'm going to change it to Drew Brees first.
Yeah. And Tom Brady, I had him at 3rd,
Mhm.
and then Phillip Rivers, and then Patrick Mahomes for the same reason. He's never played a playoff game. I don't know how good he's going to be, but I mean he's the likely MVP. So
Yeah,
I
it was
think
a
he'll
sad
be
day.
alright.
It's a sad day when he got 45 of the 50 votes for first team All Pro. But I got over it.
yeah. Next we got Is This a Crime? My Is This a Crime is allowing Cody Parker to still be on the Bears when the first round of playoff comes. And
But he thanked God though.
he had 12 misses throughout the season, and then they let this clown try to kick a game winner. Is that a crime?
First off, what they should have kicked the field goal?
Who?
Khalil Mack. He would have had a better chance. Period.
Yeah. True or false? Khalil Mack runs for 300 yards a game if he's running back.
This is true.
Yeah.
True. Hey, true or false? If he plays for Duke basketball, he'd never lose a game.
Also true.
All right. Anyways,
So is it a crime to let Cody Parkey still be on this playoff team with 12 misses on the year?
it is a crime. Stats and info. Look up how much Cody Parkey makes a year, just for reference. But yes, this is a crime. I can't. But he blew the game. He contributed to the Nick Foles is a god narrative, which is a narrative that I've come to hate at this point. All right, so Anyway, our stats department team's retarded. Anyways, yeah, it's embarrassing.
I agree.
All right,
And-
so the kicker is guaranteed $9 million.
Jesus,
He got paid $9 million
man.
to hit the field goal twice.
He missed 12. He missed 13 field goals altogether. That's garbage. And then the 13th, a double doink, and
You know who's been low key having a GOAT season?
Who?
Will Lutz.
okay. Why do you always find a way to bring the Saints into this?
Because that's like, hey, don't be jealous just because your team sucked dick.
Okay, whatever. And is this a crime, Kelly Oubre? Explain to
Alright.
me what happened to Kelly Oubre.
So Kelly Oubre, poor Kelly Oubre, he
I've
got
been told he's very cute.
no, he is all right. If at some point we'll go
Very
over
handsome
we'll
man.
go over our top 5 cutest NBA players, but we'll say that for another day. But
Okay,
he got exposed this week.
exposed bad.
Bad. It was really bad. So on a possession of Mavs versus Suns, Luka Doncic, the biggest, we're his biggest fan. Our show is.
Yes.
He's a god. Anyway, so for some reason my dog Kelly thought he could guard him, so he proceeded to slap the floor as Luka was going down the court, just for Luka to put it in his mouth. It was a very tough scene.
I didn't actually see the video, but it sounds like a crime to me.
No, it's a crime. It's 100% a crime.
Next, we have a damn that sucks. So Jeff Bezos, he's worth $137 million. Recently cheated on his wife, and in that causes a divorce. And of course, they had no prenup. So now Mackenzie Bezos is collecting $68.5 billion, which makes her the richest female on the planet because her husband cheated on her.
And this just goes to show you that females really are living another way. Like, they are really living differently.
Living on recruit difficulty.
They are living on recruit difficulty.
Like, this woman just became the highest paid, the richest woman on the planet because her husband cheated on her.
How do you think this makes Oprah feel?
Oh, that sucks.
That does suck for Oprah, does it not?
Sorry, Oprah.
Sorry, Oprah.
And Kylie Jenner.
Maybe if you wouldn't have given out all the damn cars, you'd have enough to beat her.
Yeah. So, like, $68 billion.
If I had $68 billion, if you spent as much as you could every day possible, I wouldn't spend it my entire lifetime.
That's
Oh,
not
speaking of, it is right. If I try to spend as much money every day as I could, $68 billion, it would make my lifetime 100%, and my
All
kids and my grandkids. Anyways, you see Jerry Jones buy a $250 million yacht.
I did not see that. I don't even know. What does Jerry Jones do? How is he rich?
That's a really good question, but I know the Cowboys are one of the most expensive franchises in all of like sports.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're America's team.
No, can we officially can we stop that? Can we make the Browns America's team?
I agree. By the way, I have a Browns update. They hire Freddie Kitchens. For all of you who don't know, the Browns are my favorite NFL team.
Now,
Hire Freddie Kitchens, and then he fires everybody. First of all, why did he get rid of Bob Wiley? That's just fucking mean. He didn't have to do that. And then he fires Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator. The only thing stable on the Browns team this year was the defense, and Greg Williams, I'm pretty sure he was the interim head coach. He was good as fuck, and Freddie just fires him.
all right. I also have some new information. You ready for it?
Yeah.
So, if you touch, talk to, or if even looked at in
I know where
passing,
this is going.
if you even breathe the same air as Sean McVay,
Yep.
you are going to be offered an NFL coaching contract.
Yeah. That was actually next on the list to speak about. Why are they hiring people, hot, young head coaches in the NFL exactly?
I think it's Kingsbury's his name.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury.
First of all, Cliff Kingsbury so people, for who don't know, he was the head coach of Texas Tech after going 35-40 overall career record at Texas Tech. He got fired. Then he got hired as an offensive coordinator because he's good at running an offense. He got hired as an offensive coordinator at USC. Wasn't even there a whole week, and then the Arizona Cardinals pick him to be their next head coach. After having a coach for only 1 year and then firing him.
Here's the real problem with everything behind that. You know, he had two of the best quarterbacks of their time on his roster, and he still sucked. He had Baker Mayfield on his football team.
Mm-hmm.
Let him go. He had Patrick Mahomes on his football team.
Sucked.
And
he had Johnny Manziel, too.
He did have Johnny Manziel?
Yeah, and he recruited Kyler Murray, but he chose A&M. And then A&M didn't play Kyler Murray. What a bunch of idiots. Sheesh.
Yeah, we're looking at you, intern.
So, yeah, basically, right now, everybody's hiring coaches that look like Sean McVay because they want the next Sean McVay.
Alright, so here's a story. If Sean McVay loses this week, does it change the narrative?
Yeah, probably.
You think?
Because then he'd be 0-2 in playoffs. Because he lost kind of embarrassingly to the I think it was Falcons last year.
No clue, I don't remember.
I think it was the Falcons last year. A game he definitely should have won, but he lost. All right, so
Falcons didn't make it into playoffs.
Yeah, they did.
They made it. Did they?
Yeah, they
did.
played the.
I don't
they played the
remember.
Rams.
I remember it's horrible.
Yeah, because people were talking about how the NFC South is the SEC.
Yeah.
Because they had 3 playoffs.
And then they shit the bed this year.
Yeah. So we'll finish up this episode with some Kyler Murray talk. There's rumors of him wanting to abandon the draft in an MLB draft and go into the NFL draft, which is why I think Cliff Kingsbury got hired, honestly. He's going to take Kyler Murray first pick, and they're going to try to be the next Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
All right, I've heard some stupid things in my times, Been around. I go to EA, a lot of stupid kids there.
Yeah.
Today, I might have heard the dumbest thing possible.
And what was that?
I heard that Kyler Murray is going to be the next Michael Vick.
Oh, wow.
Do we ignore this or?
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. Do you think he should go to the NFL or the MLB?
I don't think there's that much more money in the MLB.
There's really everybody
says.
Everybody says, "Oh, the money's different in the MLB."
Not by.
It's okay. So basically, what they mean by that is there's no cap in the MLB. There's no max contract. So Bryce Harper got a huge contract. Mike Trout, they get all these hundreds of millions of dollars, but that's only if you're Bryce Harper and Mike Trout. Kyler Murray was just drafted off of his attributes, which are very fast and rocket arm. He'd have to go. I mean, it'd probably take, on average, I think it takes 3 years in minor league ball to make it to the MLB.
And you never know you're going to make it out of minor league. He could be playing high A for his whole career, which is just a complete bust. I mean, it's not likely to happen, but it's still a possibility. If he goes to the NFL, he's going to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially because of this Cliff Kingsbury move, he'll be the number 1 pick. And he got drafted by the A's for $4.955 million or something like that. Lamar Jackson was the last pick in the first round and I think he got $5 million. So, there's way more straight up upfront money in the NFL for Kyler Murray than there is in the MLB. I think he definitely should play football.
I think that So you think that Kingsbury should get Murray with the first overall pick and trade Rosen?
Yeah, for sure. They can trade Rosen for at least 1 first-round pick.
I think so too, and probably a second round or something like that. That'd be nice.
Maybe probably a first round and some cash or something like that.
I think that'd also be a good thing. But the only thing about Kyler Murray is for some reason in the NFL there's a stupid superstition that you can't throw the ball if you're 2 inches shorter than the next guy.
I mean, he's short.
He's very short.
He's pushing
all right, so
the limit.
he's listed. What he's listed at is I think he's listed at 5'11", but
no, he's 5'8".
No, he's not listed at that.
That's his list. He's 5'8", 5'9".
Regardless, he's a very, very short guy, and
How
I feel
tall
like
is Drew Brees?
Drew Brees is listed at 5'11". Drew Brees is probably about 5'10".
I doubt that. I think Drew Brees is more on the 5'10" side. 5'8" side.
Drew Brees is not 5'8".
I'm just kidding. Yeah,
What's he
so it
listed
says Kyler Murray's listed at 5'11". I think he's
Yeah.
actually like 5'8".
I've also heard that he's about 5'8". Drew Brees is listed. I think Drew might be listed at 6 foot. But regardless, he's either listed at 5'11". Drew Brees is listed at 6 foot.
That's unbelievable.
Drew Brees is not-
can't see over the
I've met-
O-line. He has to be in a 7-yard shotgun to see down the field. He might be 5'6".
Drew.
Tiny hands. Tiny hands.
Whoa. All right. This is getting blasphemous at this point. I had to break out the word. Anyways, Drew Brees is probably about 5'11". And I don't know why you're talking about him like this. Giant hands. Probably wears a size 15 shoe.
Baby hands and tried to sue his mother. All right. Thank you for listening to Get Some, episode 4. It'll be, the producer, Ryan, he'll get on the upload as soon as possible. I don't know yet. I haven't talked to him, but I think this one might be on YouTube also.
It will be on YouTube. And also, if anybody's interested in joining the podcast, coming, letting us know, giving some hot takes, anything like that, just let us know. Hit us up.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for listening. Love you guys.